Welcome to Triveni Memorial Senior Secondary School online classes. Students, today we are going to study one of very interesting chapter from class 6 in history. That is our chapter number 2, from hunting, gathering to growing food. Students, in the last chapter also, I always used to describe the chapter from the title of the chapter only. So let's just have a look at the title only. Hunting. From the word hunting, we are getting this fact that we are talking about the fact that people used to hunt animals. Then is gathering. The word gathering means to collect. People used to collect fruits, nuts, and other things from different kind of plants. And then is growing food. So what does that mean? In the very starting, people were hunter-gatherers, but later after they started growing food. So about that only we are going to study in this chapter. So see students, what is written here? The earliest people, why were they on the move? Now in this we will study this thing. Why earlier people did not lead a settled life? Why they used to move from one place to another place after a particular interval of time. There were several reasons, there were various reasons after that. So let's study about those reasons in detail here. Firstly, regarding who were hunter-gatherers, that is explained here. I already told you who were hunter-gatherers, who used to do hunting and who used to gather various nuts, various fruits from various plants. Then I told you that these were the reasons why people used to move from place to place. Now what is the first one that is mentioned here? Let's have a look at that. Now firstly it is said that if people stayed at one place for a long time, they would have eaten up all the available plants and animal resources. I told you now that they were dependent on plants and animals in the very starting. And if they started leading a settled life, what will happen? All the plants and animals present at that place got exhausted after a particular time. That is why they did not lead settled life. The next is, students, animals move from place to place. Yes, I told you they were hunters. They used to hunt animals. So definitely if animals are moving to different places, these people, these early men also need to move after them in order to catch them, in order to fetch them. So that is the second reason. Because if we talk about the example of deers or other, also they used to shift themselves according to the availability of grasses or in search of water. So after them, early people also used to follow them. The next thing is what is mentioned here, that different plants bear different fruits in different seasons. Early men was residing at a particular place. One time will come when all the plants available in that locality bears no fruit. At that condition, what they are going to do? They have no other option left than to leave that place and shift to other place where plants were having fruits on them. Thereafter, students, many other reasons are also there, like other factors like availability of proper water, availability of river, because they need water for, you can say, cooking or for other purposes, also for drinking also. That is why they found all these things and they need to move from place to place. I hope you are clear with the concept that why early people used to move from place to place and they did not lead a settled life. The next is, how do we know about these people? How do we come to know about the life of early people? Then obviously, as in all chapters, our historians, our archaeologists, they gave us certain evidences which told us about the life of early people. Now what evidences our archaeologists found? They found various stone tools which indicate that maybe early people used these stones to hunt animal, to kill animal, or sometimes to protect themselves from animals or from their other enemies also. Now if we talk about, as I told you, that they use stone weapons, they use stone tools. What type of stone tools they used to have? They use spears, they use arrows, for hunting, for chopping wood, for firewood and other tools, etc. Thereafter students, what is said here? Choosing a place to live in. Yes. Now see, one more concept will arise here regarding stone weapons only. I'll explain that to you when that topic will arrive. Now the topic is choosing a place to live in. It was very difficult task for early people to choose a particular site where they can live. Okay, this is a very general or basic question. Which site do you think the early people would have chosen for them, where they get availability of all the resources? Availability of easy water, availability of all the plants, animals, grains, means all the essential survival items for them. So you can see here, if you will see in this diagram now, in this map, you will see all these red dots will represent the living sites where the hunter-gatherers, where people used to live. Like Bhimbetka is there, like Kurnaul caves is there, like Hunzi is there, and many more, etc. are there where people used to reside. Now what is said here? Stone tools were very important and people use very good quality, very fine quality of stone in making these weapons, because these weapons are of great use for early people. I already told you how. They used to protect them from big animals like lion, etc. They used to hunt animals from these stone tools only. Thereafter students, our next topic is what are sites? I already told you, sites are the places where we find remains of things, the lefted things, like store, like tools, forts, buildings, etc., which indicates about the life of the people. Then is finding about fire. What happens students? You note this thing that suddenly one time when early man was rubbing to stone, they discovered this concept of fire. And after discovering this concept of fire, they analyzed the importance of fire, that they can use the fire for various purposes, like to scare away animals, that is to avoid animals from themselves during night times. Then is to cook or to roast meats, and for other purposes also. That is how they discover fire. Then is our next topic is a changing environment. Student, what happened? Around 12,000 years ago only, there was a drastic change in environment. And what was that drastic change? The level of heat started increasing. That level of temperature starting increasing. Summers started increasing. That is what it said here. That hot conditions, warm conditions used to prevail there. So, and why, what happens because of this changing weather condition? There is increase in numbers of animals like deer, antelope, goat, sheep. Why? Because you know this thing, increased temperature leads to the formation of grasslands, and all these animals need grasses to eat, and they were dependent on grasslands only. So this is how that after or before so long ago, what we found, that people discovered the concept of fire, and thereafter we saw a drastic change in the environment. Warm climate, warm weather was there, and people started thinking about herding and rearing animals, and also starting fishing. Fishing, by this timing, fishing concept also came into existence. Then is the beginning of farming and herding, as I already told you. Till now, the early men were hunters and gatherers. Either they are dependent on plants or they are dependent on animals, but they do not cook food for them. They do not grow crops for themselves. But after certain times, they became farmers and herders. Now, who are farmers? You know these things, who grow various crops. So, early people used to learn grow crops like wheat, barley, rice, etc. And all the people, all men, women, children, they were engaged in this process of growing crops. So, what they learned, and they became farmer. And after they became farmer, they realized this thing, that in order to grow a particular crop and to wait till the moment it got ripened and they used to cut it, that was a lengthy process, that was a very long process. So they cannot afford to leave their places where they are living. Now see students, right now they are at particular place. What happened? They grow crops, they left that place, moved to some other place. There was a possibility now that their grown crops may be destroyed because of excessive rain. Their grown crops may be eaten by the animals. That is why in order to conserve their crops, they started leading settled life. By this timing, they learned how to lead a settled life, that is to live at a particular place. And as they started living settled life, they started rearing animals also, like like goats, sheep, etc. And they became herders. Thereafter students, our next topic is domestication. The name itself is suggesting only. When we talk about the term domestic, that means we are talking about our home territories, we are talking about our homes. So at that time, people started living settled life. They used to grow plants at a particular place and they used to rear animals also at a particular place, because animals provide various things like milk, meat, ghee to them. So that is the process of domestication. Thereafter students, next is a new way of life. As I already told you, this was the time being till when the early people learned the concept of growing crops, and that is why they started living settled life instead of moving from one place to another place. Because till from the moment when we grow any crop and it got ripened, that was a very lengthy process. That is why they have to stay at a particular place. And they also began doing other activities, making other things, like they used to make clay pots for themselves, wove baskets for themselves, dug pits for them where they can store things. In the basket they store things. In the clay pots also they used to reserve or preserve the things for themselves. The next is storing animals. I already told you, and you know these things, animals multiply themselves because they are living beings, and animals are very important source for people. They provide milk, meat and other things to human beings. So that is why human beings started storing these animals, because, or you can say, animals were the storehouse for people. People used to use them when they need it in order to satisfy their, you can say, hunger or other requirement. The next is finding about the first farmers and herders. I have already showed you in that map where farmers and herders were available. Now what is said here? It is said here that there are many parts, many portions in the all over subcontinent where the evidences of farmers and herders were found by our archaeologists. Like the evidences are found in present-day Kashmir, East and South India, and in many other regions also. Now what is mentioned here, students, that I told you regarding evidence that our archaeologists got various evidence which prove that people led settled life. Now what were these evidences? What sort of proofs they found? They found the ashes of burnt grain. Ashes of burnt grain which showed that they were farmers. They found skeletons of animals which showed that they used to hunt animals. Thereafter next is towards a settled life. This I already told you, that now an example is given here regarding one of the sites, that is your Burza home, which is also in Kashmir, where people used to let settled out and people started building pit houses, digging under the ground where they used to store all their essentials under it only, and they learned the concept of cooking. They started developing their own huts, and they started how they can deal with the changing weather, how they can deal with the weather, like they developed the concept of indoor and outdoor food activities during the time of summers or during the time of winters. The next is, I told you regarding stone tools in the starting. Remember students, like spears and all which they used to hunt animals. Regarding that, explanation is given here that these tools, basically if we talk about stone tools or stone weapons now, these are Paleolithic stone tools or Neolithic stone tools. First of all, you need to understand this word. Paleolithic. The word paleo means old and lithic means stone. Neolithic. Neo means new and lithic means stone. So Paleolithic Stone Age means old Stone Age. These are those stone weapons which were used by these people in the oldest time. Neolithic stone tools, these were those stone weapons which were used by people in the new age, in the modern time period. So what they are saying that they used stones which are used to have very fine cutting edges, and they were mortals, petals, and they use them for various purposes like grinding grain, for producing plant, and even today also there are various places where we can find these tools. You can see here some photos are given. These all are stone tools which are used by early people for serving various purposes. Many earthen pots were also found by archaeologists, and I already told you what was the use of earthen pots for people. They used them to store grains or for storing some other things also, and these were well decorated. And people using pots for cooking food, for collecting grains, and for other parts also. And almost all part of the important part of the subcontinent, people started following this concept. Now what they said, irrespective of this, they learned new things also. They started weaving clothes. They started using different material. Now earlier they don't used to wear any clothes. Now after they started weaving clothes, they used to protect themselves from different type of weather conditions. Now the next is, in many areas men and women still continue to hunt and gather food. If you go in any tribal region, even now also you are going to find these things, that people in tribal groups, they used to hunt animals, they used to fetch food for them. The next is a closer look, living and dying in Mehergaon. First of all, you need to know what is Mehergaon. Mehergaon is basically a site, and it is a very fertile plain which is near the Bolar Pass, and it is important route to the Mehergaon. And if we talk about this place, what we can say, what is Mehergaon famous for? Mehergaon is famous for growing barley and wheat, and sheep and goats were also easily found at this site called Mehergaon. Bones of different animals were found at this site, which were clear evidence of life at this site, and how people used to rear, how people used to hunt animals for fetching food for themselves. And certain square and rectangular houses are also found at Mehergaon site, and each house had 4 or more compartments in it. When people die, their relatives and friends generally pay respect to them. People look after their homes, people look after their graves, and thereafter what is said here, that burial is one such arrangement in order to give respect to the people in Mehergaon. People used to provide them burial arrangement, and I already explained you what is burial arrangement. Under burial arrangement, particular burial sites are made where after a particular person got died, his dead body got buried at that particular place. So that was done in order to give respect to that person. And I told you that some animals like goats, sheep, they were also buried with the dead bodies. And I told you why this was done, because at that time people believed in the concept of next life or life after death. That is why they used to keep all the essential food items, all the essential animals with these dead bodies. So Neolithic site, I already told you. One example is given here regarding cattle hire, where I told you Neolithic. Neo means new and lithic means stone. So that's it about our chapter, students. So let's discuss the question answer, students. So first question is, why do people who grow crops have to stay in the same place for a long time? I already told you that when we start growing any crop, till the moment the crop got ripened and we fetch it out, it is a very lengthy procedure, and that is why they have to stay at a particular place for long duration of time. The next is, look at the table on page number 25. If Neona wanted to eat rice, which are the places she should have visited? Basically, these are the name of the places where rices were grown at that moment. These are Behelgaon, I already told you, and Koldigaon. Thereafter, next is, why do archaeologists think that many people who lived in Mehergaon were hunters to start with, and that herding became more important later? I told you, our archaeologists find certain evidence, sharp stone tools and excavation bone sites were also found later on, which were clear evidence of this. The next is, state whether true or false. Millets have been found at Huller. That is true. The next is, people in Burjahom lived in rectangular houses. That is false. What was the name of that particular site? Mehergaon. The next is, Chirant is a site in Kashmir. That is false. The next is, jadeite found in Velji Heading may have been brought from China. That is true. The next is, list 3 ways in which the life of the farmers and herders would have been different from hunter-gatherers. Now firstly, you know, hunter-gatherers move from place to place in search of food. On the other hand, if we talk about herders, they led settled life. Second point, as hunter-gatherers used to move from place to place, they do not build any permanent houses for themselves. But as herders were leading a settled life, they developed permanent houses for themselves. Then is, hunter-gatherers, they do not protect animals because they were dependent on animals only. On the other hand, herders used to protect animals. Which animals? Those animals which they are domesticating for themselves, which are providing them milk at their home and they are rearing those animals. The next is, make a list of all the animals mentioned in the table on page number 25. For each one, describe what they may have been used for. So, dog. Why dog is used to look after the fields? Why buffalo was used for milk? Why ox was used for plugging the fields and pulling carts? And why pig was used for meat? And then next is, list the cereals that you eat. You eat various cereals like bajra, rice, maize, wheat, etc. Then next is, do you grow the cereals you have listed in answer number 7? If yes, draw a chart. You have to, I already told you the name of the cereals. You can take example of any cereal and draw the chart of those cereals. So students, that's it about our chapter. And I think you got the concept of the chapter very well. And the chapter is clear to you. So thank you, students.